Hi everyone. Today our recent investment Artboard Studio team is with us. Based in Canada, Artboard Studio is a web-based and easy-to-use graphic and motion design tool that enables professional designers to create content for their digital and social media marketing campaigns. Mücahit and Hooman are the co-founders of Artboard Studio, and they'll talk about their company, their background, and the new ways in marketing design and how Artboard Studio will position itself. I'm gonna leave it with them and mute myself now. Stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. We are so glad to be part of 212 family. As you mentioned, Artboard Studio is an online design and graphic and motion design tool. So I am originally a graphic designer for the last 18 years. For the last 7 years, we were creating design content and selling all over the designers in the world. Then we met with Hooman and decided to turn this content and user base into a SaaS product, then started creating Artboard Studio.
Yeah, and my name is Hooman. I'm originally from Iran. I moved to Turkey 6 years ago as a freelance developer. I have a background in design. I used to be a designer back in Iran. Then I started to learn how to code, and I became a developer. A couple of years ago, I met with Mücahit through a mutual friend, and together we started ideating on what we can build, and we came up with the idea for Artboard Studio.
Yeah, let me start with Artboard Studio idea in the beginning and talk about some problems in the marketing design area. So first thing, as I mentioned before, 7 years ago, we were creating assets and selling to designers, but most of our users are replying us with lots of problems. The first problem was high size, gigabytes of files of design assets. The second problem being limited to Photoshop. And Photoshop is really heavy per application. You need a powerful computer. There are lots of problems and it's bloated. So when we see those feedback from our users, we started thinking about how can we solve this problem? How can we create a better way for content creation for marketing campaigns? Then we started Artboard Studio. Almost 2 years ago, we launched MVP on Product Hunt, and we became the #1 product of the week at that time. And more than 30,000 people registered for the early access of Artboard Studio. Then they started using, then they love it, started spreading the words about Artboard Studio, started making videos and reviews about Artboard Studio on YouTube, on other platforms. Then we have seen that we are really solving a big problem, and we just decided to go on and keep improving Artboard Studio. Let me start the pitch on the screen. Right now, the biggest problem of designers having all different workflows in different applications. If you are working on ideation, let's say you're a design team and you're trying to decide what to build for next campaign, you are limited to some tools. And let's say you decided on the campaign and the materials, then you jump in the creation part. You need lots of complicated and heavy tools to create the content. Then it's not ending here. Then you have to communicate with your teammates or with your client to get approvals about your design and get the final approval. And then while you're designing the content you need lots of different outsource, like Shutterstock photo images or Creative Market design content. And those files are expensive and not matching each other very well. So the biggest problem of designers right now is miscommunication between ideation, creation, communication, and content. So we created Artboard Studio in cloud. This way you can design your content together with your colleagues. At the same time, you can get feedbacks or create ideation and mind maps or brainstorming with others in your team and get the job done faster and easier. Thanks to being in browser, you can access your assets or projects from anywhere in the world. Other than that, thanks to being in browser, you don't need to download any files. Even if you download, let's say you download lots of gigabytes of files, then another problem waiting for you, keeping those files in your computer or sending those files to your clients or your teammates. So being in browser, also solving this problem. Thanks to Artboard Studio technology, you can store all of your heavy assets in one place. and you can invite other people to the same assets and work together. Also, in our design team, we are creating new assets and growing our library of content. As if you are a marketing designer, you are always relying on other people's sources like fonts or design assets or stock photos or videos, whatever. So we are also improving our own content library to make design process much faster and easier. Other than that, we also have some fancy features for designers, which is one of them is branding component, which means that you just store your brand materials like your brand color, your logo, your typography, your style, your language. Then automatically you can generate design assets based on your branding components. This way you don't need to copy and paste all the design projects all the time. You just automate the design process for your materials. Also, we improved presentation feature. This means that you can invite your client to your project and work together. This way, your client can put some pins to design and give you feedback. You can also get those feedback in real time and change in real time. And your client can also watch you while you are doing the design changes. So this also helps you to solve the problems faster and get approvals faster as a designer. Actually, the main point of Artboard Studio is creating more engaging marketing materials. There are lots of other tools for creating materials for your marketing campaigns, but Artboard Studio gives you all what you need in one place. So if you are looking for high engaging and high quality visuals or videos for your marketing campaigns, you can easily create professional looking designs in Artboard Studio. Plus, thanks to our auto layout feature, you can generate lots of different proportions of different sizes for your different needs of marketing. Let's say you're creating an Instagram post as a campaign, but you need the vertical version, the story version of this design too. Artboard Studio helps to generate those different canvas size designs for you. Now we are building the new version of Artboard Studio. It's coming really soon. So with this new version, with the current version actually right now, you're mostly creating mockups and product presentations or service presentations to sell your product or to announce your services. But with the new version, we are bringing more new comprehensive tools like vector tools, better text tool, and better motion tool. This way, you can start from ideation for your campaign and create everything you need for your campaign, then publish in one place. So thanks to those comprehensive tools, you can create unlimited creative content for your marketing campaign. Yeah?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mücahit and Hooman. I mean, it's indeed professional graphic design tool market is an ever-growing market with customers' needs getting more sophisticated and their demands are changing. And the market is huge with $45 billion, growing very fast. And interactive multimedia, animation and motion graphics is getting more important and probably is going to be the highest growth segment in the future. This will also make Artboard Studio one of the top players in the charts. And regarding this, what are your plans with the investment?
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, our first priority is scaling the team. That's actually what we need more than anything else. We actually started by building our marketing team and content creation team. Now the main focus will be on expanding and scaling the engineering team to make the launch of our version 3 a lot faster. And we also have plans even for version 4 from right now. So we are working on improving everything by scaling the team.
On top of that, we are also trying to be the first and well-known application for marketing content creation. Right now, designers are using several different tools, and they always copying and pasting assets from one to each other. So the main point of the investment, creating one platform that covers all. So creating a hybrid version of main tools in the market, like Photoshop, Illustrator, and After Effects, bringing some essential tools to Artboard Studio and giving those freedom to designers to create and work inside the browser without needing a powerful computer. Actually, 5 or 6 years ago, Sketch, a company called Sketch, did this for Adobe, Photoshop or Illustrator. Photoshop was a general purpose application. It was really unlimited. We are still using it in our team, but the problem, it was too complicated and it was overload of features. Sketch came in and said that we're just removing those features that you don't need at all and creating a one-place simple application for product design. And this idea worked really well, and Sketch grew like crazy, and Figma came after that. We also want to do the same thing for marketing design, because right now marketing designers using lots of tools which they never need some of the features. For example, if you are using Photoshop, you can create crazy and perfect designs, but the problem, you never need some of the features right in Photoshop, and it makes you slower, and the feature set is not optimized for marketing. So the thing that we are trying to build is creating a dedicated application, a specific application only for marketing design from beginning to the publication. Even in further, we are trying to get data and measure how this campaign worked, how many people clicked, how many people purchased, which visual works better for you. So it's going to be the only one place for marketing designers to go. And we are trying to get in the first 5 essential tools for design.
Yeah, to do that, we are getting in touch with advertising agencies. Unfortunately, we are in Turkey, and Turkey is very famous for having very, very successful international ad agencies. We are talking to them. We are getting feedback from them constantly to realize what they need, what their design team need, what their production team need. And based on the needs in the market, we are improving Artboard Studio.
On top of that, this idea, actually democratizing the marketing design for everybody, gets attention of Google too. We made a special contract with Google, and we put Artboard Studio application to their perk store. If you purchase a Chromebook, which means a really solid computer, but only have a browser, you are only limited to Chrome in your computer. But you can still be creative. You can still create lots of crazy designs or content right in a really low-end laptop. So with this partnership with Google, we are also trying to target more people to make them better designers.
Thank you very much for explaining it. And thank you everyone for listening to the recording. If you have any questions about Artboard Studio, its new products or features, or anything related to that, please get in touch directly with Artboard Studio team or 212 team. Thank you, Mücahit and Hooman, for the presentation, and goodbye to everyone.
Sure.